few hours ago, Steven Crowder and other major right-wing YouTube channels were mass demonetized, meaning that they can't make any sort of money off of YouTube or ad revenue on the website. This move, primarily pushed by Carlos Maza, an employee of Vox, who has been outspoken about deplatforming right-wing and conservative viewpoints in the past, some as close as around a week ago, has shown that YouTube and Google are now actively censoring viewpoints right of center. The largest channel that was demonetized, Led with Crowder, was demonetized due to his "Socialism is for Figs" t-shirt, and YouTube has stated that if he removes all the links to the shirt or where to buy them, they will re-enable his monetization. You know, this is a little bit worrying for me because they, for YouTube to have some sort of power over you to say what you cannot sell, what you cannot say, is very, very, evil to me. For them to have control over the channels and independent creators so much that they're not even allowed to go out and just say what they want to or sell whatever products they want. Like, they're acting more as a publisher or as a... basically, they're not for independent creators anymore. And now, for the more opinion part of this, I don't really watch much of anybody else except for Steven Crowder, and even then I don't agree with him on everything. So I'm not too informed of the viewpoints of anybody else on the list, so you'll have to bear with me for the most part, except for, I believe, Jesse Lee Peterson I've watched a little bit of. I hardly find myself agreeing with any of his viewpoints, except for, at the broadest level. But there's no reason to do this. This is literally just going to move to demonetization and censorship. It has a lot of implications on all sides. Firstly, that YouTube can never, at least officially, say they're nonpartisan now. Before this, there was still at least an argument for it, but not anymore. They're done. Absolutely cannot say they support one side or another or don't punish people for the viewpoints. That's completely over with now. Never again are they ever going to be able to say, oh, hey, yeah, we're for the creators, we're for free speech or whatever else they want to say. That's done. Secondly, this comes only a couple of days after the antitrust probe was launched by Congress into Facebook and Google. It comes to no surprise this will likely be held against them in any future hearings, since YouTube is under Google's brand. So even if this was some sort of we're more ad-friendly, they're going to lose a lot more off of it just because, hey, this is 2 days after Congress is wanting to say you guys are trying to help the Chinese or trying to censor sort of viewpoints around the world. Now they have actual justification to go out and try and stop you. Finally, freedom of speech. It's the biggest question about this. There's no reason to drone on and on throughout this video, so I'll just go ahead and point out why I think this has so many implications. YouTube as a whole is one of, if not the largest site on the internet. This comes to the territory of being a massive platform for speech, since you can get a lot more traction and get your opinion out to many more people on websites such as YouTube that you can, much more than you can in your local Times Square on the soapbox, basically. It's massive hit to the First and most important amendment to the Constitution of the United States, in that this massive platforming center is now saying you can or cannot say what they want you to say. Or you can't say what they don't want you to say. Deplatforming, the opinion of Carlos Maza, should be utilized more. This is just a massive fucking just mistake on his part. Because, looking at it at a purely factual standpoint, deplatforming can lead to one of three things. Either A, the person deplatformed gets more extreme viewpoints and gave justification to whatever actions they've taken in the past. Now there's a reason for them to believe what they are believing. You are actually going after them. You are actually trying to take them out. B, you've made it worse for them. You've made it where the actual Nazis can no longer speak out and show that they are, in fact, extremists. So now they can potentially reach political office or bring more people in. Or C, they believe that the speech is no longer enough and instead they move to action. This is by far the worst of the three. Deep down, I think everybody except the actual Nazis and the actual extremists, such as Antifa and, all these extremist groups throughout the world, they'd rather have those extremists just talking to each other off in a bar or holding a rally or something, instead of actually going out and taking an action. Going out and trying to hurt or, God forbid, kill someone. That is infinitely more damaging than something that, let's say an actual Nazi group was actually prevalent in an area of the world. Let's say in Virginia or something. If they're allowed to speak, they can at least get their frustration out through speech. If that's taken away, they have only got action left. They can only go through and attack people. They can only go through and push their views on other people that I and many other people would not agree with. So, you've officially just docked it down to where they can only do violence. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on the situation. It's a quick little video. I don't think you need to drone on about, issues for too long. So, if you'd like to reach out to me, I'd be more than happy to sit and have a conversation, be it on stream or direct messages or Twitter. Contact me down below. Thank you.